Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I saw this question come up that someone brought up in the video comments, and this made me realize this is something that really needs to be addressed for you guys. I'm going to address it while I'm just kind of drinking my coffee at my computer this morning. And people have this weird idea when they mention these people who've been training for many years. People have these really strange ideas that if you lift weights for 20 or 30 years straight, that you're going to just keep making gains year after year after year. And this is showing a profound ignorance of how the body adapts. And they don't realize that when you don't have drugs in the mix and you're relying upon your body's natural hormones and your age, you get older. And as you get older, you eventually start regressing. So if you started training at 16 years old, what generally happens, you're going to peak out by your early 20s, because most people stop gaining any significant amount of muscle after about 5 or 6 years of really hard training. You've peaked out your natural gains at that point. You're no longer gaining pounds of muscle, you're gaining ounces, and you're very quickly going to reach a point to where gaining a few ounces of muscle every year is considered a really good accomplishment for someone who's drug free. And what ends up happening, you'll peak in your 20s, and then when you start getting into your early or mid 30s, you'll start regressing. So someone who's been training that long, they're not going to keep gaining muscle at 35. They're probably going to have less muscle at 35 than they had at 25. And as they reach 40 or older, they're going to continue to lose muscle. You're going to fight as your hormones decrease, if no drugs come into the mix, and you get older, your joints and connective tissue age a bit, you're going to struggle to maintain the muscle that you had in your 20s. You're going to lose muscle. You're not going to keep making gains for 30 years. So this concept is insane. And the people who do it are people who are on drugs, or they go on TRT and maybe some growth hormone replacement therapy, and they continue to make small amounts of gains. Or you have people who start training in their 30s. Yes, if you start training in your 30s, you're going to gain muscle, but you're simply not going to continue to gain muscle for 20 years straight drug-free, and particularly not 30 years. If anything, usually at that threshold, usually in your 30s, you will start losing some of the muscle that you had in your 20s. You don't just keep gaining and getting bigger. This is again, people not understanding how the body works and adapts, and thinking that the people who are using drugs in their 30s and 40s and increasing their doses of drugs in their 30s and 40s are indicative of what happens natural, and that's simply not true. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.